that my wife, a 46-year-old female, was having an affair. She met a guy at work and came home one day telling me that she was in love with him, no longer loved me, and wanted a divorce. She and I have been together since we were in our 20s. We have 3 kids together, one who's 28, 26, and 23. Well, I tried to fight for my marriage and didn't want a divorce, but she simply would not stop seeing this guy. After one weekend, where she disappeared from Friday afternoon to Sunday night, I ended up throwing her out of the house. Good job, man. She immediately moved in with this guy. The only excuse she ever gave me was that I never wanted to hurt you, but there's just something about this guy. We ended up finalizing our divorce in early 2022. Although I had a very hard feelings towards her, I faked it enough to get a pretty favorable divorce. It seemed like she was so eager to be with her dream man that she didn't have time for a long divorce. So in the end, I got to keep my pension and the house, which I had bought for my grandmother. I did have to give her half my 401k. Well, the effect on my kids was pretty devastating. All 3 of them took it very hard. My oldest son told her that if she chooses this man, he'd never have a relationship with her again. As of right now, neither of our sons has a relationship with their mother. Our daughter does talk to her from time to time, but their relationship is very strained to say the least. My daughter is a very kind person, and she tries, but she usually ends her conversations with her mother even more upset than they started. And she shouldn't talk to her. About 4 months after the divorce, my ex contacted me out of the blue. Oh, what could she want? She told me that she made a terrible mistake and asked if she could come home. I used this opportunity to tell her exactly what I thought of her as a person, a wife, and a mother. I told her this was her life now and deal with it. I told her she's no longer had a home at this house and never contact me again. Then a few things happened over the last year that had driven her to start trying to contact me again. For one, I met someone. My sister introduced me to a friend of hers who was also divorced, and she and I hit it off. We've been seeing each other over the last summer, and while we've agreed that neither of us wants to get married again, we are together. Well, frankly, I think this guy should have taken more time. Once my ex heard about this, she once again tried to contact me, but I ignored her. My son also got married and didn't invite his mom. She again contacted me to try to get me to intervene on her behalf. I told her I would talk to him, but I never did. Secretly, I feel like she deserves all the pain she's feeling when it comes to our kids. She destroyed our family without so much as an afterthought. Too bad, so sad. Now she recently told our daughter that she finally broke it off with the dream man because she couldn't take his drinking and his total lack of responsibility. He wasted half of her 401k, no, it was your 401k, sir, that I gave her. He had totaled her car driving drunk. This from a man in his 40s. Again, she knew the guy for 3 months and torpedoed the whole family for him. I act like I feel sorry for her, but inside I really delight in the fact that she's so unhappy. Well, dude, own it. On the outside, delight in it. Who cares? Call me evil or whatever, I don't care. She brought this on herself and serves her right. I actually had to sit there one Saturday night while she got ready for a date with this guy, and she laughed on the phone with her friend about how awkward our living situation was. I lived in hell for a year because of her. Well, then you should be quite open to everybody, your friends, your family, your kids even, that, hey, she got what she's getting what she deserves. Wait until she finds out that our son and his wife are going to have a baby later this year. Maybe if she had been able to keep her legs closed, she'd be her grandchild. Enjoy your shitty 1-bedroom apartment and your broken down used car. Maybe my new girl will think of you when we're on vacation this summer. Hawaii was a trip my ex and I always planned to take once our daughter finished college. Maybe I'll send her pictures.
I feel like this is just one of those cases of you don't know what you have until it's gone. Like, I feel like too often, like, women tend to like think that they're gonna find something better outside of you once they've been in a relationship or a marriage for so long. And with your coworker is even crazier. That's just even crazier. For some reason, it's like going out of your marriage is crazy. You risk your whole entire family for someone that turned out not what you thought he was. And he wasn't what you thought he was for the simple fact that he knows you're married. So while y'all going out on dates, you know, having intercourse and all these other things, he knows at the end of the day, you're going to go back home to your husband. So at the end of the day, he doesn't have to give you loyalty, or he doesn't really have any obligation towards you. That's why it's so fun for him, and that's why it's so easy for him to tell you what you want to hear all the time and make you feel special, because at the end of the day, he doesn't have to do much. You understand what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't have to do much. He could do the bare minimum and you're going to be happy. Like, he could tell you all these lies and you're going to be happy, because at the end of the day, he doesn't have to put a lot of effort into it, because at the end of the day, you have a husband at home. So it's easy for him. He could tell you all these sweet lies and everything. You just feel so happy at work. That's what it is. He was your worst husband that you fell way too deep in for. You know, you've been in a marriage for a very long time, and now, you know, the marriage, you got this person at work that's so exciting and so fun, and then you go home, your marriage is boring. You know, the intercourse with your husband is the same. You know, things are just boring. But when you leave home and go to work, it's just full of excitement. So it's like, you gotta really pick and choose your women out here, because a lot of them is like this. You know, not a lot of women can fight the temptation of being around another man that, you know, fighting with them and tell them, like, no, I have a husband at home, I don't want it, like, it's disrespectful. Not a lot of women can do that. You know, and I'm going to tell you what probably happened. That probably was her work husband for a very long time. They probably didn't have, you know, they probably wasn't as close as, you know, flirty, but he always was flirting with her. I guarantee you he was always flirting with her. She liked him, but she respected their marriage a little bit. Since she respected their marriage a little bit, you know, she kind of put him off. She still was flirting with him, but she pushed him off. And I guarantee you, one day, y'all just had a big argument one night, and she was in her feelings, and then she went to work showing signs of emotions, and then he took that and he ran with it. He seen the green light, he made her feel better, and, you know, she fell for it. It always happens. I guarantee you it went just like that. Soon as they're going through something and she got someone on the side that's making her feel special while she's not around you, and y'all get into that one little argument, it's over. It's over, because that person's going to tell her everything she want to hear. Everything she want to hear, and she's going to feed into it. And now look, she fed into it. She thought this person was so special, and, you know, he was everything, and she lost her whole entire family behind it. Kids don't want to talk to her. Your daughter barely talks to her because they don't respect it, because you went and you cheated on their father with somebody, and it didn't work out for you. And now look, now you trying to beg and scratch and crawl your way back in to the relationship with your kid's father, because and you probably still don't, you probably love him, but you really don't want to be in a relationship with him. You just see he has a new girlfriend and that the kids get along with, and now you're jealous. And now all them things he was giving you when y'all was together, you know, he's giving it to her. You know, he handles business. He does what he needs to do for the household, and you know she's getting that. You know that new woman is getting that without a problem, and now you're jealous, and now you regret your decision. So you had a safe, stable household, and you screwed it over for a random person at work because they made you feel good, and now you threw all your eggs in one basket with that person. It turned out he was a bum, and now you're trying to scratch and claw your way back with your husband, because he's long gone. He found somebody who appreciates him, that wouldn't do what you did. Wouldn't do what you did, and now he's happy. And now what? Like you said, you in your one-bedroom apartment alone, regretting everything, regretting spreading your legs open for another man. You know, and now you gotta live with that for the rest of your life. And it sucks to say, but, like, you know, a lot of people are in situations like that right now, and they don't even know it. You know? So, it is what it is. Like, comment, subscribe if you're new. Drop down in the comments what you thought of this video, and, you know, let me know. Am I wrong? Am I right? Let me know what y'all think in the comments below.